Here I've got a couple examples of working with and using transformations to quickly get graphs or quickly get equations. This first one, we want to describe how the graph of f of x equals the quantity x plus 1 squared minus 3 can be obtained from a basic graph. Well, the basic thing is a square function, which we know is this parabola. I've got it kind of in black dotted lines here. Okay, the 0, 0, the 1, 1, the 2, 4, the negative 1, 1, the negative 2, 4. Now, what I recognize is, and I wrote it over here so I could write on it, if I have an adding inside, that's going to be a horizontal shift, and because it's positive, it actually moves it backwards 1 unit. And then over here on the outside, we have this minus 3, so that's telling me it's vertically moving, and because it's a minus, it's going to go down 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 0, 0 point, and I'm going to move it back 1 and then down 3 units. So my vertex goes from 0, 0 to negative 1, negative 3. And I can do that with some of these other points. So on my black parabola, I would have had 1, 1. If I move it back 1 and down 1, 2, 3, I'd land right here. If I take this 1, 1 point and move it back 1 and down 3, I have a point here. And I can do that for all of those, and I get this nice parabola. Okay, so it's quickly graphing it without having to plug in a bunch of points, just knowing some transformations. Let's go the other direction, and they're telling us something about our graph, and we're supposed to come up with the equation. They want us to find a function that's a shape of v, but it's upside down, and it's going to be shifted 2 down and 1 left. Right, so upside down means it's going to have a negative in front. If it's a v shape, we know that's going to be our absolute value function. And in order to go 2 down, that's going to have to be outside, and it's going to have to be a negative. And in order to go 1 left, that's going to be inside. And to go left or backwards, I actually have to add 1. So putting those pieces all together, we have a negative out front of the absolute value of x plus 1 minus 2. And I've got a note to check it with my calculator. Oops, sorry. So if you put in negative absolute value of x plus 1 minus 2, you do get that picture. Now, just once again, I want to remind you, where do you find your absolute value? If you go to the math button, right, and you go over to this number, there's your absolute value. So it's under the math